As we grow older, there's a quiet shift that begins to happen inside us. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. But if you pause long enough, you can feel it. The body slows just a little. The heart beats with more intention, less rush. Things we used to do without thinking now ask for a moment of care. Even the way we eat, the little things we once enjoyed without question, begins to feel different. Maybe you've noticed it too. A meal that once felt comforting now leaves you feeling heavy. A snack you used to enjoy suddenly doesn't sit right. It's not just the food. It's the way our bodies speak back to us after 60, quieter, gentler, but more truthful than ever. This video isn't about fear. It's about love. Love for the heart that has kept you going through every chapter of your life. Love for your peace, your stillness, your time, which is now more precious than ever. Some foods, without us even noticing, quietly stop being our friends. And maybe it's time we start listening, not with guilt, but with kindness. So if you're over 60 and you want to protect your heart with grace, feel lighter without pressure, and take better care of yourself, not perfectly, but gently, this video is just for you. Stay with me till the end. Let's have a soft conversation about what truly nourishes us now. And if you're here because you want to live a little better, with more ease, go ahead and subscribe. Share this with someone you care about. And if your heart is ready for gentle care, leave a herb in the comments, a small sign that you're choosing love over habit. As we grow older, something very quiet begins to happen inside our bodies. It's not something we see in the mirror, though we may notice our hands getting softer or our steps becoming slower. It happens deeper than that. Inside, where the heart beats and the blood flows, where age settles in not with noise, but with stillness. After 60, the heart doesn't beat with the same easy rhythm it once had. It still works for us, faithfully, gently, but it asks for more care now. Blood moves a little slower. The arteries, which were once flexible like soft branches in spring, begin to stiffen. And the things we eat, the things we once enjoyed freely, begin to leave a heavier mark. There are foods we used to love without thinking. I remember those Sunday breakfasts, with bacon sizzling and the smell of sausage filling the room. Back then, it felt like comfort. Now, those same processed meats do something different inside us. They thicken the blood with fats and salt, making it harder for the heart to push and pull with ease. What was once a treat has slowly become a burden. And then there's margarine, the spreads we've used on toast or hidden in pastries. Many of these contain what are called trans fats. We don't always notice them, but our arteries do. These fats don't pass through the body like they should. They stick, build up, and over time, they quietly damage the vessels that carry life to the heart. It's not dramatic. It doesn't hurt right away. But like dust gathering in the corners of an old house, these foods collect silently, making it harder for the heart to breathe easy. And over time, that quiet buildup becomes a louder burden. One the heart shouldn't have to carry alone. These changes aren't meant to scare us. They're a soft reminder. A whisper from the body that says, "Be gentle with me now. I've carried you far. Let's walk lighter from here." Sometimes, what harms us the most doesn't come with a warning. It comes quietly, hidden in our daily routines, in the foods we reach for out of habit. After 60, comfort becomes even more important, but comfort doesn't always mean safety. Our bodies have become more sensitive. The little things that used to go unnoticed now leave small, lingering traces. We don't always think about salt. It's just there. In the soup from a can. In the crackers we nibble on. In the chips we eat during an afternoon of TV. But what salt does inside the body at this age is something we can't always feel, at least, not right away. It holds onto water, pulls it into the bloodstream, and slowly raises our blood pressure. That makes the heart work harder than it needs to. Day after day, that pressure builds, not loud, but steady. It's not about throwing away the salt shaker. It's about being aware of how much hides in the things we don't cook ourselves. And then there are sugary drinks, the sweet tea, the sodas, even the juices that seem healthy. At this age, our body can't break down sugar the way it once could. It lingers in the blood longer. It causes inflammation. Over time, it damages the very lining of the arteries, where blood is supposed to flow freely and gently. Our heart, trying to pump through all that, starts to tire out. The trouble is, these habits feel small. They feel harmless. But they add up. Like pebbles in our pockets, light at first, until we realize we're carrying far too much. And that's why awareness matters. Not fear, not guilt, just a soft shift. An invitation to look at our plates and ask, is this feeding my heart, or is it slowly making things harder? Because the heart won't complain until it's already struggling. It's our quiet job now to listen before it speaks. A small change in what we sip, a gentler choice in what we snack on, these are gifts we give to our future self. To the heart that's still working every moment to keep us here. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, the body becomes more honest with us. It no longer hides its struggles. When we feel tired after eating, when our chest feels heavy, or when swelling shows up in our feet, it's the body quietly saying, something isn't sitting right. These signs don't always mean something serious is wrong. But they do mean our heart is working harder than it should. You see, with age, our arteries lose a bit of their flexibility. They can't expand and contract like they once did. Blood becomes thicker with fats and sugars. And when the body is full of processed oils or heavy meals, the heart has to push harder, like climbing a hill with each beat. That's why deep-fried snacks become a hidden danger after 60. Foods like fried chicken, samosas, French fries, they've been part of family dinners, celebrations, or simply lazy afternoons. They're delicious, no doubt. But the oil they're cooked in is often reused, full of oxidized fats. These fats are hard for the aging body to break down. They don't just pass through, they stick, they clog, they inflame. And with time, the damage becomes harder to reverse. These meals often come with bloating, heaviness, even discomfort while lying down. We may brush it off, thinking it's just getting older. But sometimes, it's our heart sending a small signal that it's tired of carrying too much. But here's the hope, our bodies, even now, are still capable of healing. Our arteries are still listening. When we begin to change, even slightly, they begin to respond. A lighter choice at dinner. A switch from fried to grilled. A small decision made not from fear, but from kindness. The goal is never to remove joy from eating. It's to bring joy back into the body, too. To feel light after a meal. To sleep without pressure on the chest. To wake up with more energy than worry. We can give our heart that gift, not by being perfect, but by being present. One meal at a time. Food has always been more than fuel. It's memory. It's love. It's the way we celebrated birthdays, mourned losses, shared laughter, and gathered around the table with people we cared about. For many of us, certain tastes carry stories of our childhood, our parents, our own children. So when we talk about changing how we eat, it can feel like letting go of those moments. But we don't have to lose the joy to find peace. We just have to shift what joy means now. At this stage in life, food becomes a quiet conversation with ourselves. Every meal, every bite, it's a way of saying, I still matter. I still care for this body that has carried me so far. Choosing foods that heal rather than harm isn't a punishment. It's an act of respect, of grace, of giving back to the heart that has worked through years of happiness and heartbreak without asking for much in return. There's something deeply spiritual about that. Slowing down. Being present. Holding a warm bowl of soup with both hands and feeling its kindness settle in your chest. Taking a walk after dinner, not because someone told you to, but because your body feels lighter that way. These are small sacred acts. And the older we get, the more sacred the small things become. You are not giving up your favorite foods. You are choosing your well-being. You are choosing moments of clarity, of comfort, of presence, not clouded by heaviness or regret, but supported by love. You are saying, with every careful choice, I deserve to feel well. There's no shame in having enjoyed what you've enjoyed. You've earned your memories. But now, the season has changed. And with it, the invitation is different. It's an invitation to gentleness, to nourishment, to peace. And isn't that what we all seek now? Not noise. Not pressure. Just quiet, thoughtful care for the body and soul we've spent decades growing into. Let your meals reflect the love you carry. For yourself, and for the life you still have ahead. The heart is such a quiet thing. It doesn't ask for much. It doesn't complain loudly. It simply keeps going, beat by beat, through every chapter of our lives. It carried us when we were young and restless. It stayed strong through stress, through joy, through grief. And now, as we grow older, it whispers more than it used to. Not in words, but in feelings. In a heaviness after meals. In a short breath while walking. In the quiet desire to feel lighter, calmer, more at peace. These aren't signs of weakness. They're reminders that the body is asking to be treated differently now, not with punishment, but with patience. You don't need to change everything overnight. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. About listening to your heart, finally, as kindly as it has listened to you all these years. Maybe it starts with skipping that salty snack. Maybe it's replacing a fried meal with something warm and gentle. Maybe it's just awareness, the understanding that every bite is a chance to care for yourself in a new way. You are not too old to heal. You are not too far gone to feel better. You are exactly where you need to be, ready for a little more peace, a little more ease. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this conversation touched your heart, please subscribe and share it with someone you care about. And if you're choosing to walk this path of gentle self-care, leave a herb in the comments, a quiet promise to your heart that you're listening now, and you're ready to love it back.